everybody. Hi, Judy. Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Everybody out there, we the second time we did a practice run a minute ago. That's why we're late coming on. It didn't go live, but it is now. So, well, we're gonna have a pretty decent show tonight here. Again, you missed a show last night. Oh, you got festive.
Yeah, we were busy.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society is here tonight. We've missed them. It's been a while since they've been on. Where you guys been? I wonder. Maybe Melissa's watching and she'll answer. She'll say, I don't know. Anyway, we got really cool dog coming up. And hi, Bonnie. You've been thinking about us, huh? Good. But we got a really good dog coming up here, and you guys don't miss out on this dog. Trust me on this one. Well, we'll just play his little video here. That has got to be the longest video we've done so far. Man, Kate sent so much content. We could have done an hour video. We could have taken a nap. How you doing, Kate?
Good. How are you doing, Steve?
All right. Well, I'm going to turn you up since you changed positions here. That's out. Stay right there.
Great.
And but wow. So you have a water dog and everything there. God, he's gorgeous. Look at him.
Yeah, and this is how he spends a lot of his time. He's definitely a playful pup at 7 months old, but he spends a lot of his day just snoozing, likes to hang out on the floor while I'm working or hang out on the couch, just like this.
And he's mellow. Did I read he was mellow?
Yeah, he's pretty mellow. He definitely
bio here.
Yeah. He has his playful moments and definitely loves playing with the other dogs.
Gotcha.
But he's pretty chill for a puppy. He's probably about a quarter lab, and he has that lab sweetness. He's a little more Velcro dog compared to our peers. They're not a true Velcro dog, but he doesn't have that hyperness that I often associate with labs.
Okay. The only thing I didn't see in here is how would he do with kids?
So I would recommend with older kids, like 5, 6 plus. He's been really sweet with all of the kids that we've had him interact with.
Okay.
He is still a puppy. He needs
visiting children.
Yeah, visiting children
that actually says a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we had my sister's 1.5-year-old over this morning, and he was very sweet with her. He often barks when new people come into the house or into the yard. But we found if there's a toddler with them, he won't bark at all. So he's really.
Well, you're running that poor boy through the ringer, testing him on all this stuff.
Testing him with all
and,
the dogs.
And I know he does well with cats. You got 3 of them. No gang up on him.
Yeah. There's one of them sleeping just off screen, and another one that I'm petting just down here. So yeah, we've got cats all over the place here.
And your resident dogs are both peers, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't think either of them are in the house at the moment, but yeah, we've got
that's not very fair.
GPRS alumni over here. Yeah.
So now you haven't had him all that long, have you?
We've had him about a month with us.
But yet he's what, 8 months old, 7 months old?
He's 7 months old, just turned 7 months old.
So where has he been for 7 months?
Yeah, so he was born into rescue in Texas with the Z litter. Assuming his sister gets adopted today, I think he's the last one from the Z litter to find his forever home.
We had a couple of the Z litter on the show.
Yeah, and he looks pretty different from the others. He's one with that short-haired lab look.
He's the only brown one.
Yeah. So he came up, was fostered up here for a little bit in the Pacific Northwest, then was adopted briefly in Southern California. So he was transported back down there for 2 months. That didn't work out. And so then now he's back up here with us.
Okay.
Aw.
He's adorable now.
He's handsome.
Yeah, let me see if I can wake him up a bit.
Hey, he moves. He is alive. That's not a stuffed animal. I get it. Let's see if we got any. Yes, he is adorable.
He is pretty adorable. Let me see if I can get him to perk up
See if you
a
can get
bit.
him to move. 7 months old, you would. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because 7 months old, you're usually struggling to keep them on camera.
Right.
That happened last night.
Yeah.
So,
No, he's definitely a dog who wants to be where the people are too. So he's usually pretty close by.
Yeah. So Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org is where you go to his webpage. He's got his own little website.
Yeah.
All the dogs do it, GPRS. Boy, if this is happening, I said, boy, I'll tell you, it's only been a month, and look how settled in he is, Judy.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, he's very sweet.
That's a special puppy now.
Yeah.
So what didn't work out in California? He was too mellow?
I don't think they were putting the time into training him. His foster up here.
He's only 7 months old.
Yeah. And by the time he came back to us, he didn't know any of the commands he knew.
Okay.
When he was,
I think I did remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just it right there. It's very, very important that you continue to enrich the young dogs. You have to give them knowledge or they're not going to know anything. And they're going to try to figure it out for themselves. And then you're going to blame the dog. The dog's going to get in trouble and it's not his fault.
Yeah.
So basically it didn't work out, no fault of his own, because I'm seeing stuff here that I never see out of a big puppy that size that plays with, it takes peers down when they play. I'll get some more of these pictures up. She sent me so much video that I was just laughing my butt off at some of them. And does he still have that?
He shredded that one. We're on
that's right.
We got the caterpillar now, and there's
right. You told him not to eat the cat.
Yeah,
I remember. And then, but then you told him he wouldn't have any more toys. But he said, "Don't worry, Mom, I'll still have the cat." So they must have ganged up on him. But look at that face. I mean, hey, where's Vicky at tonight?
Talking to me?
Yeah, that would be your wife.
That would be. She's in the other room. Listening to the show.
Might be hard to transport that one this far.
Maybe. Yeah.
Now, does he still use his crate?
He sleeps in the crate every night. He's not a big fan of being in the crate when we're out of the house. He really likes to be with the other dogs, and he actually managed to escape the crate once. So he does pretty good just out in the house when we're gone. But he does have a little bit of separation anxiety. So you got to make sure he has.
Well, he's only 7 months old.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means a good home would have somebody home more often than not.
Yes. Yeah. I think really a home where there's somebody working from home or retired who's with him most of the time. He's really great at going out and about. We take him on errands with us, at least when it's like a drive-through or someone can stay in the car. We haven't left him alone in the car, especially because it's summer.
Wow.
And he's really good, like if we go out to eat or go to a brewery or something, just sitting out on the patio, he just like lies down and hangs out for a few hours and doesn't mind the corgis barking at him or anything else. He's a really sweet boy.
You have corgi?
No. I'm just thinking we were at a bar and there was a bunch of corgis barking at him and he was like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to lie down here and hang out with my people.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, that's only been a month and look at this.
Yeah.
You must have a couple of laid back peers too.
Yeah.
He's as big as the peer. Oh, wait a minute. He is half peer. You did a DNA on him and I forgot to upload it. But you can talk about that, right?
Yeah. And it's actually a DNA test from one of his siblings, but two of his siblings have had DNA tests done and they came back about the same. So he's about half peer, quarter lab, and then a quarter mix of other guardian dogs. Yeah, and there he is at the brewery.
God, is that where he's at?
Yeah.
You got him harnessed in and he's drunk. Oh, wait a minute. He was designated driver, wasn't
he? Yeah, he just slept under the table the whole time.
How much does he weigh?
He weighs about 70 pounds now. So he's 7 months, 70 pounds. He's going to be a big boy, though we don't know exactly how big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Labs aren't that big. Peers can be that big. There's more than what meets the eye. But I'll tell you what, the mellowness. This is you get your apps in, everybody, when you can, because he's not going to last long.
Yeah.
There's no way, and this is why we bring them on live so they can get a better look. You know.
Yeah.
And, well, look at. I mean. If he moves, holler and we'll make him.
Yeah, we'll do. He's not just passed out.
Now, it just, I mean, he's with the dogs. He's a pack dog. Well, they're not pack animals, but he, now, which one of your peers kind of is the more confident one, kind of leads the charge?
Yeah, that's Willow. She's the one in that photo with him.
Oh, she's Willow's the one bringing up the rear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So she was laying down first and he came up and laid in front.
Oh, yeah.
To make it look good. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he's also smart.
Yes. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. He does a lot of mirroring what the other two are doing and definitely looks to them for cues.
That's the peer in him probably, because I tell everybody that the Great Pyrenees about 7,000 years ago invented monkey see, monkey do. So you got a good looking pack there.
Thanks.
So Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where Otto is, but his name, don't look up Otto. His name is Zisco. Zisco with a Z.
He's the last one in the list. You got to click through to the last page and then you'll find him. He's
at the very bottom.
Yeah.
And let me see if there's anything else on here I wanted to ask you about. We know he's born in December. I remember when the Z litter was born. I just don't remember what day. I think it was like really close to Christmas, wasn't it?
It was December 14th. So early December. Yeah.
That was yours that was born really close to Christmas, wasn't it, Judy?
No.
Okay, I was dreaming.
Yeah, no, it wasn't mine.
Okay.
It might have been another GPRS litter. I feel like they had
puppy. You had like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, when we did the founder show, that's the litter that Melise was talking about. So that's where I'm getting this. Now, how's he riding the car?
He does pretty well. It took a little while for him to realize that riding in the car didn't mean he was going to be taken away forever again, because I think he's gotten on transport 3 times now. So we've been taking him on a lot of car rides to help him just get used to it and see that we go out and about and then we come back home and that's okay. But yeah, he's not particularly anxious around the car ride. It's more just feeling secure that he's he's with a family and he's not going to get bounced around again.
That's good. And well, there he is in a car right there.
Yeah.
Does he have a constant smile on his face? That's just how his jaw is.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of smiling.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good dog.
Yeah.
So now you're in Washington somewhere. You're
yeah.
How far
Just
from
north of
Seattle
Seattle.
would you be? That's a town everybody knows.
Yeah.
So there he is. Wait a minute. There he is. GreatPyreneesRescueSociety.org. That's where Zisco is, and the last of the Z litter. Yeah, we had a couple of them. We have Zarzista. Is that her name?
I think Zoroista, maybe.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Zoroista.
You know, I when we remember Judy, when I made fun of Egg Roll's name, Melissa gave the adequate explanation. You try to name 4,000 dogs and not repeat. So
yeah, it is hard.
I get it. All right. Wow. Well, I'm going to move you off over to the side. All right. Is that what
I'll give you a
gonna
holler
do?
if he wakes up.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you okay with that? Moving over here? Because Judy, we want to talk about her festival yesterday.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Judy.
Right.
How you doing? So festive. Describe festive. Oh, wait a minute. Let me change this over where we belong here. There we go. Had to get us on the right format. There. Now that's you. PYRescue
okay.
Sanctuary. So, so how you want to start this out?
Well, we were invited to attend a Celtic fest. It's Celtic or Celtic, however you want to pronounce it.
That's where the men wear dresses.
Yeah, there are a lot of kilts there. Some guys have pretty good looking legs.
They shave them? Do men shave legs for kilts?
No, they're still hairy. There were knee socks a lot, but
all right.
Yeah, there was way more kilts there than I ever expected to see. I think more than I've ever seen in one place. Okay. There must have been 500 or 600 men there with kilts on.
Wow.
I didn't even know there were that many in Colorado, but
yeah. Now, were they all playing bagpipes?
There was probably at least a dozen different bagpipe groups there.
Yeah.
So we heard all day long.
You were telling me on the phone the other day that you wanted to get some bagpipe music out of our sound. You've changed your mind now, right?
I've had enough bagpipes to last me for a while.
Yeah. Nancy said that you remind her of Zeke a bit. So whatever, that must be an internal one there.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure she'll explain it now.
We have one little dog at the rescue that I'm glad we did not take. Little bear who absolutely hates squeaky toys. That dog would have lost his mind.
He already did. All right. So there was a little video taken at that. It's only about 20 seconds, but it's cooler than heck.
Yeah, they kind of had all the animals off in a corner, kind of off the main drag, and I didn't think we were going to get much foot traffic, and I was really surprised. But these were all animals from the British Isles, so apparently Pyrenees falls into that category. So we had a lot of different English, Welsh, Scottish, Irish animals there. And so they had a little parade for all the different British dogs.
Gotcha. It's not you that looks like Zeke. It's the dog that looks like Zeke.
Yeah. Actually, he did look a little bit like Zeke.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know who Zeke is. That's probably a good thing when trainer doesn't know
who's the guy we had with all the horrible allergies.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kate, does he have any allergies?
None that we're aware of. Yeah, we haven't been feeding him chicken, so we haven't explored that because one of our dogs has a sensitivity.
Yeah, that's always safe. It's always safe. That's relatively common allergen. Yeah. So you want me to play that video, Judy?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, it's only 20 seconds.
This is us marching in the dog parade behind a bagpipe crew.
Yeah, here it is.
Sorry. My guess. Sorry.
That was it. At least they don't get tired in their parades.
Actually, it was probably about a quarter mile long total.
That was a big fairgrounds or something you were at, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of huge, bigger than I thought. I'd never been there before. So they had 6 or 7 different stages with stuff going on all day long. And probably 40 or 50 tents with different clans in them. I didn't even know there were so many clans, but oh my gosh, there was a whole lot of them. And I don't know, I'm not Irish or Scottish, so I'm not real familiar with all that. But
yeah, but you had Pyrenees in that parade.
We had Pyrenees in the parade, and we right
video proof
the Scottish deerhounds, which I thought were Irish wolfhounds, but they were Scottish deerhounds.
Huh.
And there were corgis there, and collies, and boxers, and there's our little tent.
That's your booth right there.
Yeah.
Hey, you were right next to a tree.
We were right next to a lot of trees.
Well, that looks like the forest of Colorado. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of part of Black Forest.
How many peers were there? I know you had 4.
We brought 4, and this was really an event that people were not allowed to bring their dogs to.
Oh, I remember that.
So that was kind of a drag, but so the only dogs there were rescue dogs or service dogs. That right there is Maxie. He's our little guy.
Wow. And what's Rocky's story down there?
Rocky, we just got him last Tuesday. He was actually saved out of Dallas Animal Shelters like 1 minute before he was going to die. He literally.
Oh, that's him.
Wow. Yes. And they already had him tourniqueted off and were getting ready to put the needle in. And some gal ran in and said, don't, stop. And so he got bailed out at absolutely the last second.
Now, he looks like Maremma or Akbashi.
Yeah, he's got the double dew claws on his hind feet.
Well,
so there's some fear there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a little different look about him.
He's kind of got the V or the Y V shape ears.
Yeah, kind of those floppy ears, like shepherdy type ears, or
yeah. Does he have that little whip at the tip of his tail?
No.
Okay.
That's just in Gypsy. I'm not sure which one is which.
Well, the Maremma and Akbash both, that's a characteristic of both breeds. Mostly the Akbash. Oh, now who's this?
That's Duchess and Gypsy, the ones you just saw the rear ends to a minute ago.
Oh, okay. So
they're a bonded pair of sisters.
There's the back view
and Gypsy too.
And the front view. All right. Now, were you telling me that you're pretty sure all these dogs got adopted there?
Yeah, we got in several really good apps and some people there. Strangely enough, this is the first time I've ever attended an event where probably 90% of the people there either had peers or had previously had peers, but seemed like everybody was very familiar with the breed. And we had one couple is going to adopt Gypsy and Duchess together, so they get to stay together. And then another nice couple was looking at Maxie, and then we had a guy put in a deposit on Rocky yesterday.
Ooh,
so
wow,
we still got to approve their apps and do the meet and greet and all that.
He moved. See, he moved. Okay, he's going back out again. Sorry, Judy. Didn't mean to interrupt.
He's awful cute, though.
That's what we do. If they do something like that, we let everybody see it. So, now how long were you there? How long?
Oh God, it seemed like forever, but we got there about 8:15, 8:30, and didn't get out of there till about 6:15. So.
Okay. Wow. Now I understand there was a Somebody went skiing.
Yeah, it was right when we were starting to take down. We had to take the kennels down to load them in the car, and so Nancy was holding Rocky and Maxie, and Maxie decided he liked something at the bottom of the hill and wanted to go after it. And Rocky decided that was a good idea too.
And they
And so
forgot
Nancy
that
went running after them, desperately holding on to their leashes. And I've never seen Nancy move so fast in my life, but
she didn't.
It did not have a good ending. She kind of faced at the bottom of the hill, and it was kind of a gravelly parking lot area.
Yeah.
So thank God she didn't
shorts.
break anything except her glasses. But
well, feel better soon, Nancy, because you got to get your butt back to work.
she skinned her knees really good. Got probably a few bumps and bruises, but
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. So when you get all healed up, we'll joke about it, right?
She's probably not feeling much about joking today. I bet there's lots of stuff that hurt.
She's probably on an airplane coming out here to slap the heck out of me. Well, and you said it was those two?
Let me see here. Can't really tell. No, I think there's one, at least one of them. That looks like Duchess, Gypsy, and Maxie.
Okay. Now, who's that?
That's Gypsy, I believe.
That's one of the bonded pairs that's hard to tell apart from pictures. Yeah. All right.
All my dogs got a first place ribbon hanging on them. I don't know it was first place for what, but somebody came by and gave us 4 Elizabeth Celtic Festival first place ribbons and said, "Here, put these on their harnesses." So we did.
Wow.
So they all have ribbons on them.
And what color? Blue ribbon.
Blue ribbon.
Isn't that first place?
Yes.
All 4 of your peers won first place. Cool.
Yeah, well, we don't know in first place in what though.
Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to keep it from. Look at that.
That's Maxie.
Yeah. Now, is he wearing a transport harness?
It's just a regular harness.
Okay. Look at that. And it looks like it doesn't restrict any movement.
Nope.
Because you don't want to, there's always been the loaded stuff. Do I use a collar or do I use a harness? Well, use what you want to do. If you use a collar, let's get a good quality collar like a martingale or something like that. No prong collars. If you use a harness, let's use a non-restrictive harness like the V-type harnesses like that one and go that way. It's whatever your preference is. Right?
I like harnesses in the car better because if you were to have to stop real quickly, I wouldn't want a dog to get choked or.
No. And that's another thing about harnesses. If you get a rough polar, they can do damage to their neck, tracheas, and there's no fixing a trachea. So,
he's alive again.
Look at that. Look at there he is again. Boy, he's just all legs, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's a tall boy, but he has.
And there was no Akbosh in that DNA anywhere, huh?
There actually might have been a little. Or maybe
you know what? I did see it. You know what? I'm going to let Judy take back over. I'm going to go grab that DNA that you sent me. I can put it up here.
Oh, Nancy says she's very sore today.
Yeah, I know. I put that up and forgot to take it back down. Sorry, Nancy. I'll get back on the ball, okay? There it is. And Nancy would be very sore today because that's no fun. And that's why I don't walk 2 dogs at the same time, because one of my dogs is stronger than 2 oxes, which is about 50 times stronger than I am. And I put a second one in there. And what happens if they see a squirrel? Well, that's Nancy. So
she wasn't supposed to be walking them. She wasn't supposed to go anywhere. She was just standing there holding them. Maxie had a different idea.
Gina says it's a good thing they had a harness on Maxie because he turned into a matador and had to be pulled out of the cow pen. You got some crazy dogs too, don't you?
Yeah, Maxie's never really liked the cows around here. He barks ferociously at them. And this was a Scottish Highland cow. Weirdest looking cow I ever saw.
Yeah, and they didn't get uploaded. The cow pictures. There was only 2 of them.
There was a mama cow and a baby cow, and apparently she did not like Maxie. She was going to protect her baby.
Oh, well, the baby.
Yeah, and she had these great big horns, like a Texas Longhorn, except it's a real saggy coat, and they had this big mop of hair over their face. Wow. It was some kind of Scottish Highland something or other cow.
Okay.
Weird looking cow.
There's the DNA right there. And they're doing it weird nowadays. They didn't used to do them like that, the ones I've seen. So
yeah,
they're calling Great Pyrenees a herding group.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
And that's wisdom panel.
Yeah. So there is 10% Akbash theoretically in there.
10% there. That could. You can get 1% Great Pyrenees, and they can have double dues. That's the only thing they get. So I guess it's practical. He could have Akbash legs.
What the heck is that Azawak? You ever heard of that one?
Wait a minute. Well, I don't even see it.
Right.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah. That is actually, if I remember right, it's another name for an Akbash. No, it's not.
Oh, really?
Not that one. Not that one. I'd have to look that one up again. I think that's Turkish, not Turkey. Where they think the Pyrenees actually migrated from. That's where, yeah. I can't remember the name of the country.
Never heard of that one before.
Anybody knows that breed up there that nobody can pronounce? First of all, who cares? But if you happen to know what that dog is,
there's only 1% there, whatever.
That could mean a lot. Oh, wait a minute. He's got some coonhound in him, huh? 1%. I liked it better back when Wisdom and Embark, they didn't register anything below 7% at one time.
Yeah.
That made more sense.
I doubt the ones that are really low.
Labrador Retriever and Golden Retriever.
He's 2% Chow Chow. Who knows?
2%, yeah. And it used to be that you can always tell when you had a chow because the first thing that happens, their tongue changes, all right? Mm-hmm. And that doesn't happen anymore because I guess chows are being overbred now, maybe. I don't know. But that's a good looking boy. And he sure, this whole show, he's been good.
Yeah. As long as he's with people, he's great. The only times he's been a little destructive is when he's without the people.
Sage was pretty good last night too, wasn't he, Steve?
Yeah.
He's
pretty well behaved.
He's got those he's got every once in a while I catch a glimpse of the bone structure of Nakbash in his head. There might be, but his ears could be Nakbash or Maremma.
Yeah, he does have pretty floppy ears. They tend to have one kind of get stuck up over his head. When
we interrupted Judy because of a dog. Oh, wait a minute. She was about dogs, right?
My girl is having a dream. I kept hearing this thump, thump, thumping, and she's laying on the floor back there, and her legs are going. And they're thumping on the floor. I had to see what that was.
Okay. All right. So, Nancy, you'll be okay, and then we can all make fun of you. And we haven't done it yet. Just be aware of that.
She did not let go of the dogs, though.
That's the key. That's the key. That's why when I walk, the loop of my leash goes around my wrist, and I hold the rope in my hand. A better chance of hanging on in case you get knocked off balance, like Nancy.
Yeah, and then you can get taken for a ride, like Nancy.
Yeah. And so. Anyway, so you had a good time, possibly all 4 dogs adopted. Even Maxie. I hope that's not a cow farmer.
No.
Okay. Boy, Rocky that's a good looking boy. We're gonna have to get him on the show when he gets settled in. And
he's extremely mellow. Do you know he laid there most of the day under the table? Mm-hmm. We actually had to kind of rouse him up to take him for a walk and show him off a little bit. He wanted to just lay under the table and sleep. So
he doesn't. I can't tell if he's got long legs or not.
They're kind of normal peer, nothing really long.
Okay. And is that part of the parade?
No, that was just couple of interestingly dressed people. There was a lot of people there interestingly dressed.
Was everybody, did people come in from around the world to come to this place?
Probably not that. There were some people there that
British Isles dogs there.
Yeah. There were some people there with some accents, but I don't know if they lived here or I'm pretty sure they didn't come from England to go to a Celtic festival in Elizabeth, Colorado.
Where did they get the dogs in?
Oh, there's people around that breed them. And
of course, then again, you had, 4 Pyrenees Mastiffs there.
Yeah, we were right next to the Scottish Deerhound Rescue. I think maybe that's the first time I've ever seen Scottish Deerhounds.
Scottish Deerhound. Wow.
Yeah, they look a lot like an Irish Wolfhound, only they're much smaller.
Who is that good looking dog?
That's Gypsy. It's either Gypsy or I think it's Gypsy.
Oh, one of the bonded pair.
Yeah.
Bonded pair getting adopted, hopefully. That'd be great. That'll 4 dogs, boy, that'll give you a little bit of breathing room, won't it?
Yes, it will.
And then 5 minutes later, you'll have 4 to replace them, won't you?
Yeah, I will. I still have a list.
You have a waiting list.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Wow. So that is something. Now, it's summertime, so this is event season. How many events do you attend in a year, maybe?
Well, I kind of hate doing them.
It's a lot of work. Ask Nancy.
It is a lot of work. It really is.
Suffering.
Yeah.
And then you got dogs and you got heat.
Yeah. In fact, this was a crazy week because the El Paso County Fair started yesterday. Callahan had a big festival. Elizabeth had this Celtic festival. Pikes Peak International Raceway has some big thing going on. Well, a lot of stuff going on here this weekend.
All right. So now you had 4 peers there. You had other breeds of dogs there. Irish Wolfhounds, is that what you said?
Yeah, there was.
Did we have any leash issues there other than Nancy?
No. Everybody, the dogs, since the public wasn't allowed to bring random dogs in, there didn't seem to be a lot of dogs around, and we were all able to stay clear of each other or whatever, and it was good.
Now, what could have been done where Nancy didn't go skiing behind those 2 dogs? Nothing, probably.
Probably nothing, really.
You said they saw a squirrel or something?
I don't know what Maxie saw something at the bottom of the hill and thought he needed to go after it, and then Rocky decided that whatever Maxie was after sounded good too, and next thing you know, she had a couple 100 pounds of pier pulling her down a hill. So.
All right. See, and that falls under category there. They work in teams. All right. And that's why they followed. I mean, probably had 2 separate leashes, right? You didn't have one of those Y connectors where you
she was just told
and they work in teams.
Becky and I were loading up the kennels, and we just said, "Hey, hold these dogs till we get these crates loaded in the car, and then we'll get the dogs in the car." They were like the last things to be loaded.
So you set Nancy up.
We set her up for that.
I'm sorry you got injured, Nancy. That's never fun, and it's something else you got to remember. The dogs could have gotten hurt too, because going down that fast, what happens if one of them lost their footing? So it does happen.
Well, and it was grass, and we've got those ponderosa pines with the 4-inch long pine needles. There were pine needles everywhere.
Right there.
Look at the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, believe it or not, there's grass under there, but it's all pine needles, and they're real slippery.
And wow. And that's never fun when the dogs make you outrun your legs, because you can't. You have no control of how you go down. And I probably would have tried to do the same thing that Nancy did instead of trying to do a controlled land in that. With my luck,
I probably would have leaned back and gone on my butt.
Well, that's ultimately what you want to try to do. You put the drag on it, okay, and that usually doesn't happen here. Okay, well, keep talking. Don't listen to me.
So I don't know. Maybe we should talk a little bit about leash training, leash aggression.
Let's talk about harnesses for a second. You know what that text is?
What's that?
Somebody has the rough wear front range for $29.95.
Oh,
that's a $50 harness.
really?
Yeah. I'm afraid to push the link because it might be a scam. I'll let you guys know next week.
Oh, okay.
I have to do some protection, transfer it over to one of my VPNs, and then I'll press the link.
Is this like an email that just came in or something?
It was a text message from wherever the 801 area code is.
Yeah.
I'll find out in a second. Keep going about your event. I'm gonna find out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a good event. It was fun.
And that's been planned for a while, right?
Yeah, apparently this is a yearly thing. They took the last 2 years off because of COVID, but this is like the 19th year they've had this.
Okay.
So apparently it's a fairly popular thing, at least amongst the English, Scottish, and Irish and Welsh people.
Okay. All right. This won't be a scam. I know who that is now.
Oh.
Who's got the rough wear for $29.99 or $29.95? I'll tell you in a second. Amazon.
Oh, Amazon?
Amazon has the rough wear front range for $29.99.
Is that a sale price or regular price?
Well, these are $50 harnesses. Now, always remember, everybody, just because a harness does good on one dog doesn't mean the same harness will do good on the next dog, because there's just so much involved there. So rough wear has been the most versatile that I've seen. I use them, not on all dogs. So just do your homework, read your specs, measure your dog. That's the best way to do it. All right. They're padded. They've got the front padded chest plate attachment. And okay, your turn. Nancy sent 3 photos. I gotta see what they are here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The photos of those bighorns.
Oh yeah, the Scottish Highland cattle.
So if you got something to talk about, I can download them and get them up here. But if not, then I'll get distracted and I can't walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, our volunteer that was walking Maxie apparently did not know that, as a rule, he does not like cows. We've got Angus on both sides of us out here, and if we get too near the fence, he will go berserk, barking at the cows, and most of the cows just sort of ignore him.
Wow.
But this was a mama cow and her little calf in a very small pen.
Wow.
And Maxie kind of tried to go through the bars of the pen, and she got pretty excited about it.
In fact, she had a baby in there to boot, right?
Yeah, she was protecting the baby for sure. She got right between him and the baby.
So Maxie would have lost that one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this was probably a 1,000-pound cow. I mean,
holy cow!
I was kind of worried that this cow might, somehow get loose or hurt itself trying to get loose.
We can't have that. We can't lose Maxie.
It's kind of a crazy looking cow too.
Well, I like his name. What can I say? Now, when you guys were there, who held the fort down?
No, we took turns. Everybody wanted to walk around a little bit and see what there was to see. So,
I meant back to the rescue.
Oh,
must have been Michael.
What? Oh, back here?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael did. Yeah, he took care of things.
He's pretty good at that. He does good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
All right, here come the cows. Here, as soon as I. This isn't a computer I normally download stuff on. All right. This is a computer for the show.
Okay.
There we go. But I can bring them up at the same time. Just in case everybody wanted to see the cows, here we are. That doesn't look like a bad cow. That one does.
Oh,
look at that cow. And we got a close up here.
Yeah, they're kind of crazy looking cows.
Wow.
Real shaggy hair. They got this big mop in front of their face. And then those longhorn horns on them.
And that's what Maxie was going after?
Yeah.
Oh.
You tell him he was
kind of going in on the side there where the baby was.
Is that the baby?
Yeah, that's the baby. That's a calf.
Huh.
Calf's kind of cute.
That calf's only 3 weeks old.
No, it is probably a couple months old.
And this is what Nancy's saying. Calf was 3 weeks old.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's something. All right. So I guess why didn't you bring one of your dogs up here with you on the show?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, because I hadn't really planned on any other dogs except for the ones that we ended up finding adopters for yesterday.
So none of the others are up for adoption.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, we have more up for adoption. I just hadn't planned on anybody. So
you had a busy weekend.
Yeah, I had a busy
giving you a
week.
hard time.
Most of my volunteers have been on vacation, so we've been shorthanded all week long. So it was just a crazy week.
Nancy says she asked, and that's what they told her.
Oh, wow. I thought it was older than that.
What are they doing taking a 3-week-old baby to a festival?
Showing it off.
Just like taking the dogs to the festival. I'll tell you what, that was impressive. When I saw that video, I saw the peers in there. It was just, yes. Good. That was a highlight of my weekend. Yeah, it had to have been. I didn't get in a fight with anybody, so it's good weekend here. You know I'm kidding, right?
I think that was like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. So I think that probably got a lot of people to our end of the park to check us out.
Get Maxie out of there. So what, he got too close? Is that what happened? And then the foster lost control?
And the foster let him get too close.
Okay.
I don't think she realized how Maxie is around cows in general. So out here, I've got Angus on both sides of me. One to the south of us, we have a 4,600 acre ranch with about 600 head of Angus that run on it, but they're not up here that often. And then next door, they've got like 3 or 4 cows and a bunch of little animals. But we just don't let Maxie too near the neighbor's fences because he does get kind of ferocious about cows.
And everybody knows it?
Well, most of us do.
Well, in her defense, if you don't tell her, she has no way of knowing.
Yeah, I don't. It just didn't occur to me to say, don't get too near that cow pen. Don't let Maxie stick his face in there. So it didn't occur to me, but anyway, that's what happened.
It was an accident, and it all came out good in the end. Just made a lot of noise, right?
Yeah, I think it scared a lot of people because that mama cow came charging at the fence, and it was just like portable fence panels that were just standing there.
That came charging at that fence?
Yes, it did.
Eesh.
Yeah, she wanted to take out Maxie.
Mental note, Steve. If we go to a festival with Judy,
yeah,
take a change of britches with you.
It was a little exciting moment there for a minute or two, but
yeah. All right.
Wow.
Wow. All right. So where's Murphy? He's not sitting in your lap?
He is not. He's laying against the wall behind Vicky's chair right now.
All right. So we got to see Otto again.
Oh,
look at him.
Oh.
There's quite a few pictures of him there in that pose with his chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes pillows or like propping his head up on things. And
if
he really
would
likes
hold his head up more than like 3 seconds at a time, I might get a better look at it.
Right?
I'm kidding. Look at that, Judy. He is off-boshy, isn't he?
He is a little bit, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. He does look, and those legs. See how he's laying, where the Akbash has that like buckle at their knees. He's kind of laying like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I had for that. I'm not going to sit here and tell. The pen was set up in a bad area, so Rocky got scared too. So you bring a new dog into rescue and scare the bejesus out of him. Is that what you guys are supposed to do as fosters too, Kate?
Well, we didn't have the dogs. We didn't have the dogs sitting at the table all day long. We actually had various volunteers who partially they wanted to go check things out themselves, but we generate a lot of interest by walking the dogs around with a pocket full of business cards. And we got those adopt me leashes and the scarves around their necks that say adopt me. And so everybody knows their dog's up for adoption. So
does he have webbed feet?
He does, yeah.
Well, there is lab in there or something.
Yeah. When we've taken him, I don't know if you can see that, yeah, he's got totally webbed toes on all his feet, and he doesn't have W's.
He definitely has long legs.
Yeah.
So, that's a good looking boy.
Does he get in the water and swim?
He hasn't swum yet, but none of our dogs do. So I think he hasn't fully realized that he could swim, that it's an option.
Oh, okay.
He's been more that kind of leaping around.
So you're going to ask
Labs and Goldens love to get in and swim. Pierce just like to get wet.
Well, now wait a minute. The majority of that video that she sent me, he was in probably the Pacific Ocean.
He was in Lake Washington, actually, but it was a lake.
Oh, she didn't send many instructions. She just
no. And we've taken him to Puget Sound also, and he's not afraid of the water or anything, but he's not drawn to the water. And a lot of the retrievers will see there, fetching balls.
So sometimes that wasn't him in the water, then, right, at the lake. You were videoing it. Sure. Why would you video somebody else's dog?
He was in both of those videos, but there were a lot of dogs that looked like him in those videos too.
Okay. All right. But he sure has a ball. Boy, when those three, her two peers and him are out back playing, there was a video of that too. They just, somebody's going to want an active young dog to keep up with him.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely needs a playmate.
He's not proving anything about that right now either.
No, he's not.
What a boy. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where you go to apply for Zisco. Did Egg Roll get adopted? I think I saw her get adopted. Is he your first foster? I
don't know for sure.
Is he your first foster with GPRS?
He's our second foster, and then we had 5 days where we were temp fosters for 2 3.5-month-olds, which was probably the only time we'll take care of 3.5.
And how's your experience going with that, with GPRS?
Pretty good. It's been really rewarding fostering.
I always ask that, with every rescue, because your headquarters is about 3,000 miles away from you.
Yeah. We've got a good network up here too, though. So, and a good alumni group as well. So
you have a calendar contest going on.
Yes, we do.
All right. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society. That's actually off the Facebook page. If you're watching the show in Texas, you're watching the same page the link is on. All right. So, they got a calendar contest. Get your dogs. I think you can still enter, can't you? I know you can vote until the end of August, but this is a big fundraiser for them. Okay. It's, and you get something in return out of it. So, get in that calendar contest, at least vote. And then when it goes, I think you can pre-order too, can't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can pre-order your calendar. It's going to be a cool calendar. And this is our first annual calendar contest. So gear up for next year. Get your dogs all brushed and fluffed. Right around second week of July. All right. Because that's when they started it. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see the calendar. I'm going to get one. I'll buy it. So, but this is a big fundraiser for them. They actually rely on this because of all the dogs like him. If he doesn't get adopted, they got to go another month of preventatives, etc. Right? Food. So let's get in there. You get a calendar in return. There are going to be quite a few dogs in that calendar too.
I'll buy one.
Well, I know you will. And maybe we can enter some of your dogs next year.
Yeah. I don't know if Melise wants other rescue dogs on her rescue dog calendar.
Well, you're not advertising.
Buy one just to support her.
You are making her money. I mean, you are generating donations for her. So she doesn't care. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. We're going to call it quits tonight because we ran about 4 minutes over last night. So we're going to quit about 4 minutes early tonight. Does that sound fair?
I guess so.
Right. We were going to talk about leash aggression again. I touched some more on it in case some of you didn't see it last night, but post in the comments, because if we start on it now, we're going to run way over. Okay. And we don't want to have to. That poor boy's got to go to bed. All right. I mean, he's just dying here, and I don't want to be responsible for that. That's good looking dog. Did he come this way?
He did, yeah. He's been pretty chill from the start. It's actually been over time that he started to be more active as he got really more settled in.
Yeah, it seems to me a couple of other of those puppies were mellow too. The Akbash is laid back, mellow breed, unless your pet is a coyote or a wolf, then you might have a problem. They might get a little excited, but as in general, that's a laid back breed. That's pretty cool. I like that. So, Zisco, Great Pyrenees Society.org, get the application in. And if he's gone, they got more than him. Okay.
Lots more.
Because when he leaves, they'll have a dog in her house, probably swap right at the. And Judy knows what that means. She has a waiting list. I mean, how do you put a waiting list in Texas? You know? They don't make paper. They don't make that much paper. So
it would look like a phone book.
Texas is a whole new ball game when it comes to rescue. Not many people can do that. Melissa's been doing that since 2006 or 7, right in that area. So it's hard down there. And Gina just said that pen was actually on the walkway to the parade.
Yeah, so, they moved it about noon or so.
So what did you have to do? Open a gate, cut through the pen, and open the gate and leave like the TV commercial where they walk over the car?
You had to walk right by it because of that hill.
Was that pissing the cow off when the people walked by too?
No.
Just Maxie.
Well, Maxie didn't keep his mouth shut. If he'd walked right on by, the cow wouldn't have cared. But Maxie decided, he wanted to let that cow know that.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that there's an app on him. That's just awesome. So
he's really good, a very good boy. He's a very good boy.
Yeah. So how come you didn't bring Reese? Would he have not done good there? Has he not been there long enough yet?
Reese is really good with people, and Reese is really good with other dogs mostly. But he's a little bit of a racist. He does not like dark-skinned men.
Okay.
And he gets scary. I didn't want incidents like that, so we didn't bring him.
Okay. Or you could have helped work him through it on neutral territory too.
I just don't want to.
Go to training tip of the weekend. But you had other plans. You had Nancy going skiing, so you didn't have time for that.
Yeah, that was entertainment at its time.
All right, everybody. Kate, thank you for hey, he made a noise. He made a
Yeah, there's someone at the door, so he sprung into action.
Wow. Look at that, and there's one of your peers. Beautiful girl. Wow, is that a peer or a Maremma?
She is 100% pure. Surprisingly, she definitely has the more wolfy look than the bear look to her.
The wolfy look usually resembles the Maremma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. And DNA, don't take it to the bank and deposit it. All right. This is still up and coming stuff. Okay. And it was explained in an article, and I'm not going to go through it because I didn't understand it completely, but it made sense at the time I read it. All right. So it's just not 100% yet. It's averages, as if I remember right, is what they were talking about. So, because we were, they didn't have Akbash in anybody's profile databases, and all the Akbash were coming back 100% Great Pyrenees. So there you go. And then we got Lab that came back Great Pyrenees too. So anyway, well, there he's back. Boy, that's a good looking dog.
Yeah.
He sure is. All right, everybody. thank you for coming on, Kate. And maybe we can get your next foster on here too.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having us. Hope
All
to
right.
be
And
back again soon.
now, if I remember right, Gretchen has a foster, huh? I think
Yeah,
she
I think
does.
she does.
Yeah, maybe we need to get Gretchen's foster on the show too.
Yeah, I think they might be on vacation right now.
Oh, they are. I think they are too. That's why I'm talking about her. She can't reach through the microphone and slap me. She can do that, by the way, folks. Just so you know, Gretchen, she's a real deal. There. Now we can sign out. All right, everybody. Next week, we may be doing 2 shows again because Montana they did pretty good. I promise we'll try to get more dogs on because you guys want to see dogs and we'll be a little better prepared. It was I don't want to say any names, but somebody got me pictures and some videos a little late because we didn't know she was going to be on. I remember before that. That would be you, Kate. Okay. But it's not your fault. But I don't want Gretchen to reach your microphone, so we'll just stop it right there. All right. Steve, thanks for coming on and keeping me held up here. Because I'm going to take a nap when this is done.
Enjoy it. You deserve it.
It's been a long weekend. But
At
least now I know how to do the 2 shows one night after another. We just got to get stuff a little sooner. That's all. And,
I'll give you a little quick view of somebody I'll have on next week.
Okay. All right. We got a preview of next week. Let me make you bigger. Oh my gosh. Who's that?
That's Felix.
Felix.
He's the guy who's in my sunroom. I don't know if you can see. He's got a t-shirt on and a big.
He's that's not dye. That's allergies.
No, he is the one that got bit by a spider.
He got bit by a spider. How long ago was that?
Got this t-shirt on. He's got a tie-dye t-shirt on, but
how long ago did he get bit?
It's been about 2 weeks now. He's already had a couple surgeries, and he might have to have another one next week.
Remember that, everybody. He got bit by a spider and had surgeries. All right.
Yeah, he's got. You can't really see. I'll take better pictures this week, but he's got a big hump across the back shoulders, and it is multiple pockets of abscess fluid. So he's had to have it drained several times, and she may have to just cut the whole mess open. And
is that very extremely poisonous spider, or was that an allergic reaction?
It must have been an allergic reaction because he's not been sick at all. He feels fine.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have spiders in Colorado that will do that to you?
I guess. Obviously, we have at least one.
You're off my bucket list.
Said it was not a black widow. It was not a brown recluse.
You're off my bucket list. Sorry.
Yeah.
But she thinks it was a spider bite. We couldn't find any wounds or anything. So.
Okay. All right.
So
but it's definitely foreign. It was foreign like that. So, but man, it can happen is the thing. So,
yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
yes.
This is the same little guy that just a month ago had entropion surgery on both eyes.
Yeah. Got him all fixed up.
3 surgeries in a month already, and he may
he's
have
young. He's young, isn't he?
He is only 6-7 months old.
He's Otto's age.
Yeah, he's just a.
And look what he's been through.
Yeah, little puppy.
Well, at least, thank goodness, he was in a rescue and not a shelter.
Yeah.
Shelters don't have the means to do that. So rescues really don't either.
Things I've ever seen is this spider bite. This hump came up on him like in a day.
Man.
And it's huge.
Man.
He looks like a camel.
Wow.
So we'll get some pictures. Get more on him next week, but he's
hopefully he's healed up a little bit better. Is he doing better? Oh, you don't know. They may have to cut it open, huh?
They may have to cut it open.
So he may not be on the show.
This has not bothered him in the least. He feels fine. He's never been sick.
Okay, but peers don't show pain. When's the last time you had a peer tell you that he was in pain? I never have.
I don't know. You can push and mush on this thing. He doesn't care. So well, I don't know.
Maybe he thinks it's normal and living in pain for so long. right. Well, look what happened. We could have been talking about leash aggression too.
So anyway, we'll see more of him next week.
Bye, guys. Thank you
Take
for
care.
coming on. And
Bye. Thank you.
hey, let me know how his when he gets adopted.
Yeah, we'll do.
Let me know, because I kind of like that boy.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
a
if
great
it takes
guy.
too long, maybe we can work out transport out here to
Get him to Ohio.
Steve up there. So, all right.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Night. Have a good one.
Take care.